Welcome to Silicon Valley Health Institute.
Okay, because I'm.
Any first-time visitors? Yay. Welcome. We'll hope to see you back month after month. I'm Robert Minkemiller. I'm one of the board members here. I've been a nutritionist since '92 and passionate about health for 30 years now. So, membership and donations. We're a 501c3 organization, so we thrive on your donations and memberships. And if you know of any big corporations that want to donate, let us know. We'd be grateful for the help. If you have cell phones, please silence your cell phones. And if you get a call that you need to take, we just ask that you take it outside so you don't interrupt any of the speakers. And if you're concerned with EMF, you can just go ahead and turn them off. The restrooms will have a break about 10 to 9. And the restrooms are down the hall this way and to the left. You'll get a good exercise in during the break, but it's a little bit of a hike. So, all right. Does anybody have any announcements they'd like to make for things that are happening, good health information, good places to visit, etc.?
I have an announcement and then a question, if I could kick off the questions, or I can do that later. But I put some flyers out on the corner there on Sunday the 26th at Elevate Performance and Physical Therapy in Redwood City. We're having a talk on redox signaling technology and talking specifically about a double-blind placebo-controlled study that showed gene expression improvement in the realm of 20 to 30% in pathways associated with heart health, anti-inflammatory, gut health, hormone regulation, and immune system response. My question is, I haven't had an issue with Raynaud's for a long time, but this weather came in, and Raynaud's is, I think, a circulation issue to the hand, so the fingers get a little bit white, and I'm just wondering if anybody has any ideas about what to do for Raynaud's.
Anybody have any information along those lines?
I've had several patients with Raynaud's syndrome. Generally, we look at the upper part of the thoracic spine up here, which is actually supplying the neurology into the arms, hands, and fingers. That's one way to look at it, because what's supplying the vasculature is the nerves. So oftentimes if there's a nerve reaction, it can actually trigger the Raynaud's. So I can talk to you a little bit more about that later.
I've had surgery to C1, C2, so maybe
Okay. We have some books up here from Susan and Weston Price. And there's the English Complementary Medicine Association. Hold on.
There's some journals from Weston Price, which is a great organization, a journal from a British alternative medicine group, and a book on happiness.
All for free.
So I previously made an announcement about people wanting, if they were interested in operating the sound system, and occasion we have these great people who do our video. Eric's in the back and Larry isn't here tonight. And so Eric said, what about me? What about video? So if you're interested in helping out with video maybe one evening, being trained on how to do that and stuff, I'm sure Eric's the master and very experienced. He does this professionally. And so please see Larry, or Eric, the Reverend Eric, for volunteering about that. Thank you.
We're also looking for a membership chair, somebody that would help us at the front desk to kind of manage our members, et cetera. So if you have anyone that will help us with that, greatly appreciated. Doesn't take too much time, and it would be very helpful. So thanks for that. All right, so at the beginning here, for about 15 minutes or so, we open up the floor to questions. Any questions that you have around health or so. We have a few practitioners here that have possible answers for you. So any questions? One thing also, too, is we are recording this, and the audio is really important for the video recording, so try and raise your hand for questions, and I'll try and do it in as close to an order of the first person to raise their hand. But make sure you have a microphone before you speak. Thank you.
So I've asked questions about ozone before, but now I have one that's very specific, and that is, does anybody have any experience with the Elite Dual Ozone Generator that is made by Promo Life? So it's Elite Dual Ozone Generator made by Promo Life.
Anybody familiar with that piece of equipment? I am not. Nope. Not familiar with that one. I know Eric Zaremski. You familiar with him? I think his website is ozone.oils.com. And it's nice. It's actually really good to have the ozone oils around for cuts and things like that. It's been really helpful for me, and that, along those lines, heals very quickly. And he also, I think, has a machine that he recommends. So I don't know if there's a way to compare the machines or see, is it a very low-cost machine, or what's the details on it?
Well, it's recommended by several practitioners, but it can do, no, it's not, I don't know what low cost is. It's probably under 2,000. I don't know if that's considered low cost for ozone. And it does dental, it does liquid, I think it does oils, and it does the ears. So it has several different.
So I know Eric's machine is about 700. I'm not sure that's what he used to produce his oils with and stuff. And then you might also contact Dr. Frank Schallenberger's office for a recommendation. He's in, or Dr. Robert Rowan. He's in Santa Rosa. He would probably also have a recommendation on that for you. Okay.
And Dr. Josh Donaldson was a speaker here a couple of months ago about dental hygiene in relation to health. He does ozone therapy in his clinic in Los Gatos. Josh Donaldson.
Hi, so I have a question about children and treating gut infections. So I'm wondering if anyone knows about if there's a different way to treat gut infections other than just the killing off of yeast and other pathogens that you find for a 2-year-old, homeopathy or anything else where you can just support the system as opposed to all the more harsher treatments. She has lots of food sensitivities, maybe some parasites, things like that.
That's a complicated one for a 2-year-old. Any feedback on that? Gut or we have what's Christine's last name? Yeah, Christine Roche. She does she does the testing for the bowels and check for gut bacteria and those things, and she's pretty specific with regards to that. If you want to see me at break or in between, I can get you her contact information. Okay. All right.
I just wanted to add a resource. Dr. Michelle Palo I know she's from up north, Mill Valley area. She spoke here about a year ago, and she's a pediatrician, and she did speak specifically about gut imbalances. So that might be another great resource to look up. Perro, and you can watch her on YouTube also, just to get to know who she is.
What are some of the background things? Did she do a lot of antibiotics or?
Oh, no. I think it metals are involved because when I was pregnant with her, I had dental amalgams. So metals, let's see, that's a big one. Metals. I just had it like a bioenergetic test and things that resonated that came up for her just because I've done all the functional testing on myself. So comparing my results with hers, that's one that I know is a factor. And just yeast, metals, parasites. Just a lot of skin rashes since the time she was born and a lot of food sensitivities.
Did you get Dr. Perrill's info there? Perrill. Perro.
Wondering if anybody has experience with PRP injections for tendonitis. In my case specifically, it's posterior tibial tendon dysfunction. There's a small tear in it, no surgery yet. The okay, sorry. I was wondering if anybody has positive or negative or neutral experience with PRP injections for tendonitis. In my case, it's posterior tibial tendon problem. Wondering if it's a waste of time or somebody had experience with that, one way or the other.
Is anybody familiar with PRP injections? But okay, hold on.
I have never done PRP, but I've looked into it. But from what I have researched, it looks like exosome instead of PRP or with PRP might be better.
Does that help? Did you? Or you said ask about what does the PRP stand for? I'm not familiar with it.
PRP stands for platelets rich plasma, so you take blood from you, they spin it in a centrifuge to concentrate the growth factors, and you inject it.
So, oh, hold on.
I do quite a bit PRP, but I do it in the face, on the head for the hair, and for the knee. So it's more lubricated, and so far it feels good, but I don't know about tendonitis.
Another resource I'd recommend for that is anataramedicine.com. Yeah, ANATARA medicine.com. Dr. Avi Herskowitz talked here in November. And one thing I love about his practice is that he incorporates every modality there is. He's doing stem cells, but he does Chinese medicine, German Bach flowers, just every modality that he can to maximize the results of the patient there. So I have a lot of respect for Dr. Herskowitz. He might be able to guide you there. Okay. Oh, okay.
I had orthopedic issues and had to wade through stem cell, PRP, et cetera, and Prolo. I found it helpful if you want something cheap, if you have insurance, because these other guys are really expensive. A good discussion is with somebody at Stanford who's really knowledgeable in this area, a physiatrist, and I can give you the name, because he knows kind of what research-wise is really appropriate for which condition.
Any other questions? No? Okay. So I'm working on a company called Healthify, and we did a nutritional analysis a while back, and so it's free. You can get the information there, and it takes about 10 minutes to go through the thing. I'd love your feedback on if it's helpful for you. All right, so we will have our first speaker then.